Hey everyone, this is weather forecaster Liam. Tropical Storm Barry is just 24 hours away from making landfall in Louisiana. And along southern Louisiana and Mississippi, tropical storm and hurricane watches and warnings have been issued. Gonna have the latest National Hurricane Center update, updated rainfall amounts, and TRA forecast cones and flooding. Right here on TRA Weather. Okay, this is the latest advisory from the National Hurricane Center. Barry has maximum winds of 65 miles an hour and is moving west by northwest at 5 miles an hour, slightly faster and stronger than before. And as you see, the National Hurricane Center does still think Barry will become a hurricane just before landfall. And the last time you saw this image, there wasn't as much color on the Louisiana coast. Now there is. The yellow is a tropical storm watch, the blue is a tropical storm warning, and the largest area, which is in red, is a hurricane warning. And this storm is set to make landfall sometime between Saturday morning to Saturday afternoon time. And here's a look from those forecast track models, and they are very much in agreement on where Barry will be making landfall, just southwest of the city of New Orleans. But after about 48 hours, they start to scramble all over the place. Some think it will be in western Arkansas, and some think the storm will go over to western Tennessee. But thankfully, they are in very much agreement on where the storm will be making landfall, and that is in southeastern Louisiana. And here's the image of the track the hurricane hunters took. As you can see, they did find some winds of about 57 knots on the outer edge of the tropical storm, which would be about 65 miles an hour. And according to the forecast models, that is slightly stronger than they thought, so Barry might be able to just get to hurricane strength, as three models do have it at landfall. But even if Barry did, 65 miles an hour, 75 miles an hour, really isn't going to make much of a difference. This has and will be a rainfall event. Going to have the rainfall amounts in just a second. First, I wanted to show you the arrival of the tropical storm force winds, and I put the percentage chance in the arrival for this image. So last time we saw this was more to the west in very eastern Texas and southwestern Louisiana. Now that has moved to southeastern Louisiana and even some parts of southwestern Mississippi, with the greatest chance at over 90% in southeast Louisiana and about a 50 to 40% chance in southwestern Mississippi. In Louisiana, you could be seeing these winds as early as 2 p.m. today. In central Louisiana and Mississippi, you could be seeing these winds at about 8 p.m. tonight, and then northern Louisiana shortly after. And if the storm stays a tropical storm that far inland, southern Arkansas would be seeing it at around Saturday morning, but I don't think that will happen. I would draw a line at about where that 2 is in northern Louisiana, and anything above that 2, I don't think we'll see anything in the way of tropical storm force winds. And here is the rainfall amounts. This is the GFS model. The GFS model was mainly hugging this towards eastern Louisiana and keeping this in Mississippi. As you can see, it is still doing that. And as I go to the GEM model, that has followed the GFS model. So the GFS model seems to be the one who has won this forecast. And as I go over to the ICON model, it's showing a little less rain, but the same picture the GFS model was painting. To go back to the GFS model, I think this one is the one that will get it right and has gotten it right. So that bullseye would be, sadly, right over the city of New Orleans at about 20 inches of rain. That is very, very bad. In most of Mississippi, we haven't talked too much about Mississippi, but they are going to get hammered with rain as well. Pretty much the entire state is going to see 4+ inches of rain, according to this model. Some areas reaching 12 to 14 inches of rain. In very southern Mississippi, could be seeing 16 inches of rain. That is really, really heavy rain. And as I go to the GM model, showing even more rain for Mississippi and keeping that rain a little bit more to the southeastern part of Louisiana. And the ICON model shows pretty much the same picture as the GFS, but toned down just a little. And here's your TRA weather forecast cone for Saturday. Not any particular time Saturday, just Saturday. And now we have that almost certain pink shade in southeastern Louisiana. And we also still have that purple shade. And that purple shade includes southern Arkansas, northeastern and eastern Louisiana. and that pink shade includes a very small line in southeastern Louisiana. And if this storm would stay alive, which it is planned to do, just not have tropical storm force winds, it would make its way most likely to southeastern Missouri, make its way into Kentucky, and eventually to West Virginia and off the coast of the United States. And here's your TRA weather flooding forecast all the way out to Wednesday. Green is possible, yellow is likely, and red is very likely. The area shaded in very likely is for western Mississippi and southeastern and eastern Louisiana. Okay, here's about Tropical Storm Barry, and these are the effects that you are going to see Louisiana, Mississippi, and some parts of Arkansas. Tornadoes will be high. There's already a lot of spin with this storm, so we already have that. And we do have some energy, so tornadoes are high and are possible. Hail will be low. The flooding will be incredible. That is the highest rank you can get on this. So we are going to have some major flooding. That'll be the main threat with this storm. Wind will be very high, obviously, and lightning will be medium. Power outages will be high. Some will be from the wind, but I'm thinking flooding and wind will be about the same amount that will cause power outages. Wind shear is medium. This storm actually did encounter some wind shear, but that didn't do too much besides suppress some storms on the north side. And water temperature is still very high. In fact, it's probably over the hottest water temperature there has been in the low 90s. And this info was updated on Friday, which is today. The highest concern is flooding, and the lowest concern is hail. Tropical Storm Barry is a very dangerous storm, and just because it doesn't have wind doesn't make it not dangerous. Over 50% of all storm-related deaths are from flooding. So please, if you do live in southeastern Louisiana and are in an evacuation zone, turn around, don't drown. Be safe, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow with live storm coverage of Tropical Storm Barry on TRA Weather. Hey, thanks for watching my video. If you haven't already, like and share this and subscribe to my channel TRA Weather. Thank you. See you next time.